Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey. Oh, no, wait. That's for the other show. The show that got killed by Dick Clark Productions. They killed it, you guys. They took a bullet and put it right in its eye. And that sucks. It was a good show. Now, as expected, welcome to the after party, guys. As expected, the last stream, it got taken down, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't expect them to take it down. I expected them to just, claim any income off of it, and they went a little more asshole-ish than that. Moonshock, we can't blame Dick himself. Dick's dead. It's Dick's company, Dick Clark Productions, that did it. Isn't Dick Clark dead? Yeah, he died a few years back, I think. But I do apologize to any of you who wanted to see it and didn't get a chance to, because like I said, I just expected them to be dickheads and go, we're going to claim any ad revenue and be like, good luck to you. But instead, they fuckers took the whole thing, just like nobody could ever watch this ever. Oh, the Prospero says, even though you provided commentary, they've gotten very sassy or assy about this stuff. I could challenge it. I really could. The free speech protections for fair use. God, I think I got too much sleep last night. I actually slept, you guys. We'll get to that in a moment. Oh, let's just say I got some sleep. I don't know what happened, but I woke up. I got like 6.5 hours, and I don't remember waking up during any of it. I was so happy when I woke up. Anyway, and I come to my computer, and everybody's like, did you know it got taken down? Like, how could I? I was sleeping. But I could challenge it and probably win. I don't know if I care that much, There's the principled part of me, and like, fuck these guys. I was well within my fair use rights, and them to come out and be like, no, actually, that's our content. I don't steal people's content because I'm not a dick. I do believe in fair use. I do believe in order to believe in fair use, you have to believe in intellectual property rights, which I do. But I don't know if this one's worth fighting for. I don't even remember how the rest of the show went. Does it cost you anything to fight for it? Not exactly. It's just I send a little appeal through YouTube to Dick Clark Productions, and then they have to decide whether or not to uphold it. And I can't remember if something happens to you if they decide to keep it. I don't remember. But can you just edit out that bit? I could, but we're talking way more effort than I meant to put into the show in the first place. I'm not that. I wanted to see it as a sleep. I'm sorry, Jose. And I'm sorry to everybody. Look, let this be a lesson to you. Whenever I start streaming, you should be there. Even though my schedule's weird and shit, you need to call your boss and be like, look, I can't work right now. Monkey's live, and we don't know if he's going to get taken down. No? Fair enough. It's not a big deal. I saw a lot of people who were very concerned on Twitter. I appreciate the concern. I am a little annoyed by this, but I'm not like pissed off about it. And it's not that my channel's in any danger or anything. When I told Lady Monkey about this, I had to reassure her, like, look, they just took the video down, not my whole channel. So no big deal there. It is weird that they blocked it in all countries. Nobody's even allowed to see it. I don't think any of them actually listen to it because it's a content match. So they block shit in all countries if they get a tiny little content match. That alone might be worth challenging it. Be like, fuck you. How dare you? How dare you, sir? They can only ever watch it if they watch it through us. Yeah, fuck off. They're so touchy. Hollywood is so touchy. The mainstream media corporations are so touchy about their stuff. They did this with the debates too, and I don't remember if it was NBC or I think it was CNN that hit Sinatra so hard. They're with the debates, especially. I mean, that is something we should all have access to. We're not talking about somebody replaying a fucking football game. We're talking about the presidential candidates for the United States. And they're like, nope, sorry, you can only watch that if you watch it through us. And nobody talks shit about the moronic stuff these guys are saying. And they've gotten a lot worse about it too. Johnny Hellcat, thank you. I had this happen while watching Russian slap fights with Camel and Pat. You had your stream shut down? My stream, luckily, it didn't get shut down in the middle of streaming. When that happens, when you get a content ID while streaming, weirder things can happen, especially if you're streaming something that's also live. That's where it's where people got really fucked with the debates. The first couple of rounds, they got nicer about it, but Sinatra, I mean, he got bitch slapped for it. And CNN's like, nope, we're going to uphold this, which is fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. Not only was it of vital public interest and educational, there was commentary throughout. For the purposes of commentary, it's right there in the fucking law, you fucking idiots. Well, let me rephrase that. Not in the law, in the decisions that have come down from the Supreme Court based on the law. There you go. But hey, what do they care? Dick Clark Productions was probably going to be hurt a bunch by me pointing out that Ricky Gervais was right. That Ricky was correct in everything he was saying. We didn't even bash Ricky. It's not like we were like, hey, this content sucks. We weren't being mean. Man, NBC, you guys are so touchy. So touchy with your algorithmic matches. Again, I don't think anybody even paid attention to it. Ed, we're good, my friend. Relax. The dead man wanted his money. I just wanted to let you guys know that my channel's in no danger. My I apologize because that was my most watched stream of like the last forever. I think it's the most watched Monkey in the Morning stream. And normally that takes until the next day to build up to its normal. These streams usually get like 1,000 to 1,200 views. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. Depends on how many I've done recently. You know, sometimes I end up doing like 3 in a day. But that's what they're normally at. This one was at 2,500 when they brought it down. And I'm like, damn, that one could have been something. It could have been a contender. And yeah, it was probably because of the tags that I used, which included Ricky Gervais video, because I was showing the fucking video. Dax and Blood, let me know if you guys would like to come hang out. Hi, Vanilla Bear. How you doing? Hi, Nuts. You know what? I got to be honest though. If you guys listen to the beginning of what I said when I did that yesterday, I knew it was going to get hit. I just didn't think they were going to take it down. That's the part that really hurts. What hurts the most is being so close. I've only been up for a little while. My voice isn't. I don't sing the best anyway. I definitely shouldn't sing when I'm just woken up. But yeah, so it's no big deal, guys. I thank you for all the concern and all the people who reached out to let me know and were upset by it that you didn't get to see it. I'm upset you didn't get to see it, to be honest with you. But tis what it is. Tis what it is. Now I think I'm just going to start finding productions by Dick Clark and showing them on my streams and laughing at them. Gonna poke the bear. Not because I actually want to poke the bear, but I liked how many views I got out of it. It was like double what I get normally for the video's life. And that was just as it was getting pulled down. Sons of bitches. Fuckers. That was going to be 4.5 cents, you bastards. Well, these things happen. Anyway, for those of you who missed it, we did talk about that last night, and we agreed that while it was funny, the reason it's funny mostly is just because he's saying it to their faces. It's not funny because it was like the most clever jokes and stuff. Hey, Dax, how you doing?
What's up?
How you been, man? We haven't got to talk in a while.
I hate first shift, but I love not being at the place I was at.
Understand. Did you get to see Ricky Gervais's Gervais? I forget how he says his name. I say Gervais because there's an I in there, dick.
I've seen it all over Twitter, and I'm very happy.
The truth of it is, if you're watching it, it's actually not that funny if you listen to just what he's saying. There's not like a lot of clever jokes in there. It's the fact that he's saying it to their faces.
I love all the reactions. It's so good.
Oh man, they look so devastated. So devastated. And that's okay. They deserve it. They're shitbags. Thank you, Sir Wolfgang. Some fuck YouTube money for you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so very much. Yeah, fuck YouTube and fuck Dick Clark. Don't fuck Dick Clark. He's dead. You'd have to dig him up and wet his body, and it's all kinds of nasty stuff.
Nothing wrong with necrophilia as long as you got the right oils.
If you have confirmed consent, affirmed consent, that's what it is. Do you think? No, that's a horrible place to go. Anyway,
why not? You want to get another one demonetized, right?
I was just gonna say, do you think it would be okay if some like guy or chick told their significant other that after I'm dead, it's okay to bang me? Because then they have consent.
Yeah, fine. I'm okay with it.
I mean, it's a weird thing to even think about, but you got goth kids and little vampires and emos out there who do that shit.
Sure, like mummify them or taxiderm them. There you go.
Just leave a moistened hole. Anyway. Or if it was the other way around, a stiff rod, something.
I mean, that's going to happen naturally anyway, but
yeah, that's not a good place to be. When we were discussing this, for those, again, I'm doing this for those of you who missed it. For those of you who heard it, yes, this is a little bit of a retread, but most of what he said, while humorous and edgy, it was only edgy because of where he was saying it. They would be humorous if he like wrote it on Twitter, be like, haha. But it was just, he did it right to their faces at their award show.
What balls.
A couple of things. Ricky has fuck you money.
Yeah.
Ricky has I don't plan to be back here next year anyway mentality.
I'm thinking maybe that was it too, by the way. Go out with a huge bang.
It could be. He could also be pissed at Hollywood for something. Mm-hmm. There was a great part later on where he because you have the monologue and then you have the part later on where he's introducing somebody, and who is it? It's Sandra Bullock, and he's talking about Blind Side, and he says there's a movie where people have to cover their eyes not to see evil or some shit like that, and he goes, like you guys did with Weinstein. Like,
wow.
Oh, and then they all start booing. He goes, what? It wasn't me. It was you. Wow.
That's so good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I said Blindside. Yeah, it was Bird Box. Thank you, Dangerous Spaces.
Same difference. I can't remember what the name of that thing is.
And again, it's another one of those things. It's not the most clever joke ever made. It's just where he said it, how he said it, and him not giving a fuck.
Timing is 90% of a joke.
Yeah, and he knocked it out in that respect. But the reason it's funny, Hollywood, Dick Clark Productions, it's because it was true.
I've been saying that from the beginning. They knew what was going on. Every woman who walked into that office knew what was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. He's on his trial is starting or something today, and I saw there's pictures of the Weinstein accusers outside the courthouse today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Go fuck yourselves.
See, here's the question, though. How guilty do you think he really is?
Well, that's the thing. I haven't seen any proof of this man ever forcing anything.
That's my point. And I get a lot of backlash for that. But if they're saying yeah and they want that part and they're doing it in exchange for it, yeah, it's a form of prostitution. He could probably go to jail for that, but aren't they just as guilty for soliciting?
Sergio, thank you so much. Who says necrophilia? So you're saying you do Nancy Pelosi 10 years ago? Ouch. Ouch. No, my take on Harvey has always been this. If he actually raped somebody, then yeah, he needs to go to jail for that. But at least 90% of what I've heard, easily 90% of what I've heard, is just women saying, well, I sucked his dick for a job.
Right.
And
I mean, it doesn't make it right, really, but they all consented in their own way.
No, it does make it right, because none of them are saying that he forced them. They're saying he offered me a job if I sucked his dick. You made a trade.
Well, that's what I mean. If they feel forced like they had to, but then again, you didn't have to go into that industry.
Well, you could have waited and got sucked somebody else's dick for a job.
And I'm sure there are plenty eager mouths waiting.
When this kind of stuff comes up, he was holding a job over her head. Was he?
You're telling me there's not a single ethical director or producer in Hollywood? I mean, that's the joke. But come on, let's be honest. I mean, there's got to be somebody out there who's not diddling somebody.
I just have a problem with the notion that women who make a decision are not in any way or have no agency about that decision. No, I had to do it if I wanted to suck a dick. That was horrible for me. Well, then don't do it.
Absolutely did not have to. Why didn't you go to any of the actresses and band together and be like, yeah, this guy's a scumbag. We all did this. I know it's gross of us, but he's literally said we could never make it in Hollywood, and he's proven that we couldn't make it in Hollywood without him.
Prospero says the South American actress has a case. Beyond that, all the others are just dirtbag behavior.
What happened to the South American?
I'm not familiar with that. I know there is actual rape charges against him where he forced people.
Yeah, you figured that would happen at least once or twice. Somebody stood up and was like, no.
Stop. Hang on. Here's why. You have hundreds of beautiful women coming out against this guy saying, yeah, I sucked his dick for a part. And you're telling me this bitch was just that hot or he was that horny that night that he couldn't be like, oh, well, go away. I'm going to go get somebody else.
He's not used to not getting his way. That's reasonable assumption. Not saying that it happened again. I prefer proof to supposition, but.
So she's the one that went to the cops and wore a wire. But what did he like? Does it show force in there? Or is it just him saying, hey, if you want this job, you'll suck my dick? Because I know by our standards, him saying, if you want this job, you'll suck my dick is jail worthy.
Right, report him and move on. You never had to do it. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. Weinstein. Whoa, no, there's not a D in that. Wire.
Well, the LAPD did ignore it, there's a big precedent to, get them in trouble just as easily. And I kind of hope it happens if it's true.
Again, if he actually raped anyone, that's that go to jail, stay there forever.
Yeah, I hope he burns. If true.
Right. A whole lot of these women who are accusing him are just trying to get ahead in their career and
give him the head.
That's using him as much as him using them.
Yeah.
So stop it. You use that dick just as much as he used your mouth or holes.
Blood demands you send him a link.
Oh, I told him I would give him a link, and I didn't see him ask for one. So sorry, Blood. I saw Dax's, and I got excited because I haven't got to talk to Dax in forever. So. Oh,
I missed you too. And your gay hair.
Thank you. My gay hair. I actually had to get a haircut the other day because it was gay and all over my head, man.
So wait, you committed a hate crime? You just cut a gay person?
No, they wanted it.
It was consensual cut.
It was consensual cutting.
It's not self-harm.
Yeah. So the Harvey Weinstein thing's going on. Rose McGowan down front. I think I love that part is that she is all over this.
How have they forgiven? Do they not? They have short memories. They must.
Yeah. Well, They don't
selective
care.
memory more than anything
Selective is a much better word for it. Excuse me. What's your morning live stream said something about copy? Yeah, Dead Kaiser. The stream from this morning got taken down by Dick Clark Productions. Not necessarily taken down. It's still up. It's just blocked in all countries. Apparently, they were worried somebody in Peru was going to watch it as well. Hey, Blood, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Monkey. It's been a while, bud.
It has indeed. How's the job and everything working out?
Working me hard. Tired, but I'm getting used to it.
So you're getting Weinstein.
Yeah. Well, right now, you know, everybody that smokes knows they raised the age limit to 21, so that's been a big issue.
Yeah. Is that already in effect, or does that go in effect like January 1st?
Nope. It is in effect. It went into effect December 20th. And at first there was talk of grandfathering in everybody that was already 18,
which they should have done.
To smoke. But they backed off on that. So, nope, you can't even come in my place of business unless you're 21.
Yeah, they did that when they raised it from 16 to 18 when I was in Virginia. Because I was 16 and a half when they do it. And I didn't smoke at that time. I might have one here or there. But I would run to the store for my dad. Yeah. And like, whoop, sorry, Dad. Can't do it no more.
Nope.
Good morning, Jack.
Good morning. How are you gentlemen doing?
Who's a gentleman? Hey. Shut up.
Jack, you and I have been blocked in all countries.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I feel that that's a kind of fitting for us some days.
Most days, probably.
Well, most days you deserve.
By the way, Monkey, I did say give me a link, but it was like a little bit after, because just as soon as I heard you say, tell me if you want a link, my package from Hammer arrives. So my new laptop is here. Yay!
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
So
you'll save
that set up tonight.
You save a ton of money by not smoking, but it's all right if you do. Just saying, Moon, you're right. Especially if you smoke packaged cigarettes, man. Those things are expensive as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which I think they should bring down. Look, I have a theory here, and I think I could probably sell this to Bernie Sanders.
Mm-mm.
I think in order to bring down the cost of healthcare, or to help you pay with costs of healthcare, we should bring down the price of cigarettes so that the people who get cancer from smoking can afford their cancer treatment later.
Yeah.
Well then.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that works.
But why not?
I don't know.
Every time I ring up a Marlboro product, I'm just like, how can people smoke these packaged cigarettes? You know, Monkey, I'm like you. I roll my own. But oh my! And there's another brand that's even worse called Now. 2 cartons of those are $190.
What?
Yep.
Wait, you said 2 cartons?
And 2 cartons are $190.
That better come with a blowjob.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you better be winding down for that.
I get a Weinstein for that much.
Yeah,
boy. Jeez.
Hi, Becca. Becca, I'm sorry if you missed this morning show. There were so many people. I feel that's what I feel bad about. I don't give a shit that that video got taken down at all. I really don't, because these have a very limited life. The streams, they tend to stop getting views after a week. They really tend to stop getting views after that first day. So it's not like it's hurting the channel or anything, but there's a lot of people who they rely on this shit for, going around the house cleaning that day, or their drive to work, or just hanging out.
Like I said, it used to be my my introduction to my nights when I was working third, to put you guys on, catch the last hour.
Yeah. And these shitheads took that away. I have the best audience in the world, and you took something from them, you shitbags. I'm not happy about that.
I think we should report YouTube for violating our rights. I'm feeling harassed.
Well, the more I think about this, the more I'm tempted to I'm going to fucking challenge it. I just want to copyright one over on the game channel, because there's a part, Dax, in Red Dead 2 where you walk past a tent, and it's Dutch's tent, and there's a little bit of music that's playing as I walked by it. And this fucking company claimed my video for that.
What?
Literally 10 seconds.
Oh,
I challenged them, told them to go fuck themselves. I was nicer about it than that, but it was still very.
A long time ago, I made a video that in the video I included Martin Luther King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech, right?
Oh, yeah.
A bit of it. It got claimed. It got blocked. And it wasn't because of the video. It was the soundtrack to the speech. Some music company was claiming it. I ended up having to remove the audio and just put up what he was saying along with it in text. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Becca says, contest it. What's the worst they can do? Say no. No, the worst they can do is then go, oh, this guy's being a dick. We're going to strike his channel.
And they will.
Yeah. They can decide to, who's Dick Clark? God damn it. An old dead guy. He used to do.
But he didn't look that old.
Well, by the end he did. He probably survived the first 150 years of his life looking really young. But that last 3 years, man, Dick Clark looked like, oh, wow. He was like an Asian woman. He looked really young all of his life until he hits that wall right at the end. And like, oh, what happened? He looked like he melted.
My dad says we have the Dick Clark gene. None of us look as old as we really are. I get cracked up because, if you're under 40, I have to ID you. I have to card you. That's just the law.
Mm-hmm.
And people will give I'll ask their birth date to see if they're under 40, and they'll say something like 1967. I'm old. And I'm like, dude, I'm older than you. I'm always amazed at all the people that say, well, you don't look 60. Well, thank you. You're blind.
Here, watch me try to walk.
Yeah, I can prove it.
Somebody who hasn't been Carlos said they'll ignore your appeal and you have to wait 30 days. Yeah. When you appeal a copyright like this, they have up to 30 days to answer. Now, there's a different process you can do, which forces them to answer within 10 days. That's to counterclaim, which I could also do, because that one's actually more helpful because it forces them. They have 10 days to prove that they have taken legal action against you. And ain't no NBC going to take legal action. Sorry, Dick Clark Productions going to take legal action for me over that fucking thing. But yeah, otherwise if you do it just the regular way, they have 30 days to appeal or to respond. And if they don't, then at the end of the 30 days, it automatically falls off. The only company that's ever done that to me, the only one that's ever made it all 30 days was my Adam Ruins Everything video. CBS. Those little shitbags, instead of reviewing the claim, just let it go. I'm like, you motherfuckers, dirty motherfuckers. I was listening to the Red Dead stream 2 episodes back, and my wife tells me you're live again. Hi, Angry. Thanks for watching the game streams. Yeah, guys, if you enjoy game streams or you enjoy me, check out Ranting Monkey Games. I've been playing through Red Dead, and we're coming to the end, man. We're coming to the end, and I'm about to get sad. Not Hillary sad. Hashtag not Hillary sad. But I'm taking I took last night and probably my next episode to do some side quests to just have some fun until we get back into the really harsh reality of what's about to happen in that game. But yeah, God, I fucking love that game, man. Jack, you're quiet this morning.
Pudding.
Fair enough. For the record, I did just say this morning, I realize it's 4:00 in the afternoon, but whoops. Becca said last night's stream had me cracking up. The game stream, there were a few moments in that one. There was one moment I can't even blame my horse for this one, because my horse is an asshole and he pulls when I'm trying to ride. I just rode straight into a tree. There's another point. You have to go kill. Well, you're not even supposed to kill them, but you end up killing some of them. There's this author. He's writing a book about this gunslinger, and there's these 4 people you have to go talk to because the actual gunslinger's too drunk to actually tell any stories. So the author asks you to go look up his old friends. And there's one of them that you end up killing, and I stole his horse. And I'm riding it back to town with my horse, and I decide to jump back onto my horse, and I start riding, and I run into the other one and go flying off the fucking horse. Like, oh, my horse is an asshole. Anyway, sorry. Man, the game streams are fun, I think. So go watch, guys. I'm at 903 or 906 for subs over there. Help me get to that 1,000 so Susan can tell me no, I can't be monetized because I say fuck too much. The retarded copyright system is why I just cannot bring myself to stream Fallout 4. I'm enjoying it. I'm 3/4 of the way in. I want to stream it. Pincalo, that's probably one I would avoid because of the music issues. Because sometimes you come upon random music in those games.
Yeah, the other NPCs' radios will still affect you.
Yep, which sucks.
Hey, Angry Illinois. I do see you out there, but I'm on my old laptop and it's lagging like crazy. So, yeah, I can't hardly respond.
Yeah, to those that didn't greet, hello. I'm happy to be here.
Answering a question in chat there. There we go. The games choose. You know what? I'm not reading anymore.
Shit.
I'm reading it in my brain. Thank you for noticing. Oh my God. USA to withdraw from Iraq. What?
Yeah, the Iraqi parliament voted that we should that our stay is no longer welcome.
Yeah, I'd heard that, but I didn't hear that we were like, okay, fine. The United States-led military coalition against the Islamic State said on Monday that it was pulling out of Iraq and would be repositioning forces for the next few days and weeks in a letter seen by Reuters. Wow.
It's kind of genius because Trump may have done this whole thing just to get a reason to leave.
That 40 chest, though.
Yeah, it's a clean breakaway because if they say, we don't want you here, we'll be like, all right, we'll just go then. Fuck you. And it looks like it was their idea for us to leave, not ours. Then we're not abandoning them or whatever.
No, we got kicked out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sir, in deference to the sovereignty of the Republic of Iraq and as requested by the Iraqi parliament and prime minister, CJTF-OIR will be repositioning forces over the course of the coming days and weeks to prepare for onward movement, read a letter from United States Marine Corps Brigadier General William H. Seeley III. Well, there you go. We're finally pulling out of Iraq. Who do we have to kill to get our people out of fucking Afghanistan?
Yeah.
How about that?
Sacred scorpion or something we have to murder.
As Tim Pool,
maybe.
As Tim Pool said, Trump once again slipped on a banana peel, did a backflip, and had a perfect landing. I don't think Trump would have thought far enough ahead that, they'll tell us to leave, and that I hope so, but I honestly don't think he's that genius.
Probably not, but it is a really good move if you want to withdraw your troops.
He should take credit for it.
Oh, absolutely. I would.
Oh, yeah. I ended the war. There you go.
Well,
all we had to do was kill this asshole.
Well, he will. You know he will.
I hope he does. I want to see more heads explode this year.
You will.
Beautiful. Yeah, because now he can go, look, I promised we'd be out of Iraq, and here we are. And then, no, seriously, get our troops out of Afghanistan as well. And, it's great. The only problem there is I do wonder what's going to happen with our embassy because we just put in, 750 troops to guard the embassy. I don't think the embassy is big enough to hold them all. We did tell all of our people to get the hell out, and apparently coalition forces told all of their people to get the hell out too.
Well, just close up the shop and pack it all in and let that place burn to the ground on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave. Yeah, which we should have done, and yeah, that's a good thing. Trump inadvertently got us out of Iraq. Well done, Mr. President. Thank you.
Well, he said he was going to get us out of there, so
he didn't say
there
how.
you go. Yeah.
Who knew it took killing?
He didn't say he was going to do it on purpose.
Who knew it took an Iranian general getting killed to do that? I saw something funny. There was a story talking about how Khamenei, however you say his name, the supreme ruler of Iran, that shitbag, how his speech about Salami Boy. Yes, I know it's Soleimani. I just think Salami's easier to say.
Probably more accurate.
Salami Boy getting killed. It showed that they really did have a really close relationship. And look how sad he is about his friend dying.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Do you think they would have wrote? Let's go back in time. We're gonna time shift just a little bit. Let's say, for argument's sake, we're in 1945, but with all of our let's say 1944ish, but with all of our modern tech and our press exactly how it is right now. Do you think if they killed like Rommel, they'd be like, Hitler is so distraught about his friend dying?
Oh God.
They probably would be, because they were pretty sympathetic before the war.
Well, yeah.
Hitler, so he was Time Man of the Year.
Well, that is true as well. I'm just looking at this because look, this guy was a fucking terrorist, you assholes. But yeah, his friend was the terrorist friend is sad that he's dead. I'm sure he is. I really am, and I'm not happy we have to kill people sometimes, but this shitbag deserved it. He was killing us. No Americans were killed. Fucktard. Last Friday. How many times do I have to say that? Sir Wolfgang, thank you so much. Let's just grab our ball and go home and let the religious zealots kill each other. Here, my friend. Thank you for the donation.
It's not like,
guys. Go ahead, you first.
It's not like we went into Iran and got this guy like we did when we got the hostages out. My gosh.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we're brought to you by you. If you enjoy what you see here, please hit that like button and the share button. And please support the gentlemen on the dais. They have Streamlabs and stuff, I believe. You guys are going to have to do that, or maybe Nuts will be doing it for us.
Yeah, Nuts has been sharing it. She's great.
Nuts is a sweetheart. But it will be interesting to see how they how this affects the election. Because they've been trying real hard. Like, Donald Trump is going to cause more conflict in the region, and instead he's actually ended a war. Killing this guy didn't lead to war with Iran. It led to an end of the war in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to sting lefties, doesn't it? Dangerous says, I hate how people are saying we should retaliate because deaths happened. Should or shouldn't. Happened in 9/11 nearly 20 years ago, idiots. If they're saying it about getting Soleimani, that's definitely retarded, because as far as we know, most of the deaths, if not all of them, that he can be linked to happened after 9/11. Well, after 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Because he came in with the forces afterwards and helped train them to make better IEDs to kill more Americans. You know, he's such. But the Ayatollah is so sad. Fuck him. Don't make us Gaddafi your ass.
Well,
now, look,
you know,
we didn't do that. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
I think
just tell Hillary that he's got dirt on her.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody go, everybody. Oh, we should start a hashtag.
Oh God.
I'm not starting that hashtag.
Hashtag, and everybody added at Hillary, like at Hillary. Hashtag Khomeini has secrets on you. Cryptic.
Khomeini has your emails.
America actually needs your help.
Cryptic, thank you so much. Send blood into Iran to gum them to death.
Love you, Cryptic, you little slant eye.
Yeah.
Oh, Faithless says, Saddamize him. Saddamize him. It's hard to say when you know that the link is to sodomize. Do both. You'll probably like it. Give him a blowjob and then blow him up.
One thing we do know for sure about Gaddafi is he could outrun a missile.
That's true.
Which Reagan proved.
He did, yeah. Flew that tent or that fucking missile right into his tent.
He sure did.
I'll never forget during the 9/11 thing, right after it happened, Gaddafi was the first one to come out and say, "We didn't do it."
Yeah. Not only did he do that, he came out and said, "We're not doing this shit anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to calm our tits. We do not want to fuck with America."
Yeah.
No,
for those of you in chat that are maybe too young to remember, Gaddafi was huge on down talking the president and the U.S. He was offering money for anybody that would assassinate Reagan at the time.
Yep.
Then
Then
Reagan
we
beat
sent-
the shit out of him.
We sent a missile right into his tent, killed one of his sons, I believe, and never heard a thing from him again.
No, and
Smart guy.
Jack's right. He came out. There were a couple of things that happened after 9/11 that I don't know how much people paid attention to. There was the IRA. They came out and said, "Oh, you know what? We're going to stop blowing shit up."
Yeah.
The Irish Republican Army was like, "Oh, the Muslims just ruined it for everybody."
No more party poppers. We got to go home.
Yeah. Now they're still dickheads and stuff, and I don't know what they've done since. But yeah, it was amazing how many people were like, "Look, yeah, we're not fucking with you, America. We're sorry. We're sorry."
Yeah.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Tall Person, for the donation, and some for you.
Aw.
I appreciate it.
Tal, thank you so much for supporting the people on the desk because I can't pay them because, well, this is how I get paid. You guys see.
Yeah, if anybody does send anything to my Streamlabs, you'll have to let me know because I don't have the window open because I'm risking it just being online on this laptop.
A Tall Person says I gave some to all of you, so
He did. I just saw it because I just refreshed. Thank you, tall person.
Oh, well,
I appreciate that. I can actually get Skittles at work now, so I live the dream.
there you go.
Ooh.
Diabetes dream.
Yes.
If it's the only way I'm going to go out happy with the rainbow smile.
Oh,
Tall
fair
Person,
enough.
thank you for donating to everybody. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you.
Yes,
I really
yes,
do
it is.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much.
Yeah, thanks, man.
See, I appreciate all the donations to me. I really, really do. But I like when they donate to you guys too, because I can't pay the people that are on here. You have some people, I pay the people that. What am I going to do? Send them ramen?
If you send me ramen, I'll find you and I will end you.
I need to get you some ramen.
Do not get me ramen.
Ebony Williams asked me, do I like head cheese? Not just no, but heck no. I don't eat
Wow.
head cheese. I'm not that redneck.
You can say hell.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, he called somebody slant eyes earlier. I'm pretty sure we're already screwed.
Well, as long as we don't play anything from Dick Clark, I think we're okay.
No, Mr. Dax, that would be blasphemy, and I think I'd have to give up Skittles. He says Skittles flavored ramen.
Or ramen flavored Skittles.
No.
Talk for just a second, gentlemen, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The old man here doesn't do ramen.
I can't. I just can't. I survived on it for too long, and I hate it.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
I would have to be starving, like not eat for 2 or 3 days and be absolutely nothing else in the kitchen but ramen to eat ramen.
I mean, I eat it when you guys pay me to eat it, but other than that, I will not eat it on my own.
Sorry about that, folks. Angry Illinois says, I want to donate, but my purse strings have been cut for at least the first quarter. Hey, we all understand. We all broke, dude, man.
We all been
good.
there.
I've been paid to say something offensive. Blood, you're a boomer.
That's offensive.
I mean, I've been told by liberals.
course I am.
it's offensive.
Of course I'm a boomer. I was born in 1960. I'm well
Oh, well,
within
then how about this? You're a millennial. That should be
I'm a
offensive.
millennial. Well, that would be an insult.
I'm
Yeah, it cracks me up. I get called boomer on Twitter and whatever. I'm like, yeah, and so
Yeah, right. It's like, and
Wait, why did they say it sounds like I was taking a whiz? What are you talking about?
That was actually probably me filling up my thermos because I like Neo. So
I didn't even hear it. I was reading this article. Prospero sent me the article about the chick where she had said earlier that she thinks this girl has a case because she wore a wire and all that.
Shane wants me to finish what he said. He said, for a small, Jewy bag of Skittles or ramen. Jewy.
What's a Jewy bag?
Does that mean I gotta buy like one of those little mini like Skittle packs that you get in Halloween?
No, each of the Skittles has a little yarmulke on it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Kippa flavored.
It comes in wrapped Torah paper, actual paper from Torah.
Hi, Sin. How's it going? Don't make me send you toe pics. Toe pic?
No.
What? You're going to send pictures of Megan Fox's thumbs?
I haven't heard that one in a while.
That's worse than regular toes.
What is that?
It's like her parents made a deal with the devil. It's like, look, he says, I'm gonna make your daughter beautiful, but there has to be one flaw. And they're like, oh, cool. And then they saw it and vomited their whole life.
You're gonna make one of her earlobes a little bit longer? No.
Yeah, it's not like you can get thumb jobs.
I mean, maybe.
I meant
don't
like a
even
nose
care
job.
about her weird toe thumbs. She just won't give me handies. That's all.
Yeah, just don't touch it. That means you have to do all the work with your mouth, honey. No.
What if on her feet, those toes that she's moved to her thumbs are actually down there? So now she's got thumb toes?
That would actually be pretty handy because she could pick things up off the floor easier.
I can. I have very long toes. I have monkey toes.
He has your toes?
Apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get it back.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Careful, they're ticklish.
Yeah, it's kind of handy since I don't bend over very well. So if I drop something on the floor, I just pick it up with my feet.
Prospero had talked earlier about this this chick who had worn a wire on Weinstein. And so she sent me the article, and according to the stuff at the top, which is what I'm guessing is supposed to be the most salacious, of course. I'll read it. You guys, I'll let you guys respond before I give my opinion. For decades, film producer Harvey Weinstein succeeded in hiding from public view complaint after complaint of sexual misconduct against him. No. The press did that. There were plenty of people who were talking about it. They hid it, not him. But on the evening of March 28th, 2015, at a rendezvous at the Tribeca Grand, his longtime pattern of cover-ups was coming to a dramatic end. Meeting with him at the hotel was Ambra Battaglina, a 22-year-old model from Italy who had reported to the police the night before that Mr. Weinstein had groped her during a business meeting. She was wearing a wire. As Miss Battaglina asked Mr. Weinstein why he had touched her breast at his office, undercover police officers monitored the exchange, eager to capture his every word. Oh, please, I'm sorry, just come on in, Mr. Weinstein said as he tried to usher her into his hotel room, his tone alternating between threatening and cajoling, according to the recording. I'm used to that. Come on in, please. You're used to that, she replied. Yes, he said, adding, I won't do it again. There you go.
First of all, could the writer try any harder to dramatize what he was writing?
Well, I haven't heard the recording itself, but the quote, there's a quote, oh, please, I'm sorry, just come on in. And his tone alternating between threatening and cajoling. There's not a lot of room in that sentence for different tones.
Oh, allow me to demonstrate. Oh, please. Come on in. I won't do it again.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
And I realize in our modern day that grabbing some chick's breast during a business meeting, that's sexual harassment. You got to go away. But if he just did it and she's like, don't, and he stopped, I mean, that to me is not worthy of going to jail. That might be worthy of somebody punching him in the mouth, like her boyfriend, but don't touch my woman kind of thing,
Absolutely, yeah.
But they actually put a wire on him because he grabbed her titty during a business meeting.
Well, it's still assault.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't just or battery at least.
I
mean, these people are all scumbags. I don't really give a fuck, but I bet they got other stuff on him too. Maybe he's.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
What
I wonder what she was wearing.
Oh no! How dare you imply that she deserved it and that she was?
No, not that she deserved it. Not that she deserved it. But do you think she had the puppies put away nice and tight?
They were probably flopping in the breeze. Let's be honest.
I'm wearing a shirt at that point.
I'm just curious. I know. That was horrible. We're not supposed to ask that.
Maybe she had a shirt on that said "free touches."
Well, I mean, she's a model, though. Does that mean she even has a rack? I'm gonna find out.
Well, I'm wondering, because this is a business meeting. Sorry, guys. That's the sound of the nectar of the gods you guys hear. It's a business meeting, and was she in business attire? Do you think?
She doesn't look that pretty to me.
I bet he wouldn't have done this if her boob farted like that one chick had.
Yeah, farting boobs keeps people from grabbing them.
Yeah.
That's science. Let's see.
Like you squeeze it and you get something like this.
Little squeeze toys.
I have one of those nearby too. Mine's a squirrel.
I just got my brother's dog a chew toy. That's a little Peeps.
I had to buy it. I think it was 50 cents on clearance. I had to pick it up.
Hell yeah.
Now, do you think she wore something like this to the business meeting?
Something like this.
Maybe. Yeah. That's kind of high up, though. I think maybe it was a little sluttier.
A little lower?
Yeah. And then you heard the little squeaky sound when she walked. It was a little bounce of being wee wee.
Prospero says, no, you're not, unless you think our grabbing guys' nuts whenever we want is okay. Look, if somebody grabbed my nuts, I'd be like, don't grab my nuts. So that'd be the end of it for me. And especially if it's in the way that this has been described, you're like, oh, sorry, my bad. There you go. It's a one-off. She thought she was going to get some dick. You go, no, you're not getting dick. The end. Now, if it's repeated and over, yeah, then you're getting into the territory where you need to get the police involved.
Yeah, but you got to remember that California has a lot of weird laws around this stuff too.
Sure,
I mean, they're way more strict than most of the country. So this could have been more serious on their books than it would be on if you were in like Nebraska or something.
Prospero said, if it happened at work or a work meeting, why is it women don't think men get sexually harassed?
Because they don't care.
Have I ever had my balls grabbed? Yep.
Sure have. I've had my butt grabbed, and I have no butt.
Wait, so we're all victims here?
We are all victims.
Well, there you go. I never want to hear another word ever again.
You need to wear wires.
No, there's no victims when it's men.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Now, Jack, you had a different kind of case. I mean, this bitch kept coming at you.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty frequent, actually. But
do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
Yeah.
Because she was globular and hairy.
Oh, my God. I'd had an image actually come to my head. That's never happened when we talk about this sort of thing before.
I assure you it's probably underestimating what was going on here.
I kind of want to vomit a little.
Oh, and for the record, when I've been like that, I've had no ass cleavage. I've not had my nuts basically hanging out of my pants as I was doing it. I was dressed in fucking work clothes.
I was sitting at a cafeteria table.
Yeah, so I mean, I just like women.
I mean, she wanted some sausage, obviously, but that's not the right kind of lunch.
You women are dirty. I mean, you do the same shit we do,
but they get away with it.
I'm sorry to laugh, but I was just thinking of the story of one of the times it happened to me. I was much younger, and in those days, I went commando. And a girl,
listen up, ladies. This is your chance to get a little blood.
Girl reached down the back of my pants to give me a wedgie, and
now wait, okay. Before I read what Prospero said, just the gentleman on the dais, the women who've done this to you, any of them been a superior?
Yeah, mine was.
No.
Trying to think.
Okay.
Trying to think.
At least two of us, because mine, at least two of the women who've done that to me were my bosses at the time.
No, I think they've all been either equals or underlings.
Prospero says, I didn't think that. I get your point, but there's a management power dynamic that kind of makes it difficult for anyone, male or female, to contend with it without quitting their jobs. I didn't have to quit my jobs. I just don't do that. I'm not interested. The end.
I had to go to management, and they had never taken a sexual harassment report from a man before in the entire facility, so they did nothing. They had a talking to her about it, and nothing changed.
Of course.
I presume they didn't repeat it. Of course they didn't repeat it, because I was a man and said, don't do that. And women listen when I talk. Like, don't do that, bitch.
Andrew Joyner said a little bit ago, men don't care as much. I kind of disagree. It's not that we don't care. We just, we handle it, and then that's it, and move on.
Yeah, we kind of just deal with it on our own, and we move on.
Well, I believe that's kind of what he means by don't care.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like,
and then if that's what he means, I agree. Yeah.
And again, Jack's case was different. This was repeated harassment where mine's like, stop it. And they did. I don't care. If somebody comes up and touches mine, like, hey, stop. For the record, I've had guys do it to me.
With that hair, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm a pretty man. I've had my ass grabbed by dudes. Like, dude, don't grab my ass. What's wrong with you? Never happened again. The end.
There was one night in my life it happened 3 times in a few hours by 3 different guys.
We're just too pretty, Blood.
Yeah, I know. It was in those days. That's when I still had my long hair.
That's when he was wearing ass cleavage jeans. You were asking for it, Blood.
It was those chaps you were wearing.
No,
was it the buttless chap?
Yeah.
This woman got her boob grabbed and left. The end. And look, go ahead, be as mad as you want about that, but she never had to see him again, ever. It's not like she worked for him at the time. She was trying to work for him at the time. And you know what? That's a red flag. Maybe I shouldn't go work for this shitbag.
Well, there's also the possibility that because he was so powerful and influential, she could end up getting blackballed by saying something.
Yeah,
like, that's what grabbed me. Oh, you're blackballed.
But she didn't have to say anything either. Just be like, okay, I'm going to go work at Disney, where I just have to fuck Chinese people.
The fact that she rejected him might have been enough to make him blackball her.
I just have a problem thinking Harvey cared that much about women who turned him down.
I'm thinking he did. It's a power play, dude.
No, the power play is getting her to do it.
Yeah, but when you're so used to it and somebody tells you no, I mean, some people go crazy.
Maybe. But again,
you should be asking his brother. We only talk about Harvey, but what about Bob?
I don't know much of the accusations about him.
I mean, he definitely had to know. You don't really hide stuff like that from your brother.
But with Harvey, again, all of the complaints, there's only like 2 or 3 that actually allege sexual assault. That he forced a dick in a mouth or forced her to bend over. But I also want to remind you guys, as we talk about this horrible thing that went on with these women. Do you remember the Aziz Ansari article?
Mm-hmm. And how bullshit it was?
Do you remember that? How horrible this woman was? It was horrible. It was horrible. She sucked a dick willingly.
Yeah, willingly.
He went down on her and she let him. They fucked.
More than once.
She could have left that apartment at any time. This wasn't a going for a job. These are the kind of stories that come out. And that doesn't mean nobody's a fucking dirtbag. And Harvey's a dirtbag. Yeah. He used his position to get laid a lot. But I'm sorry. Give me something more than I sucked his dick for a movie, because that's as much on you than it is on him. Sorry. You can say no. As my friend Satsu says, there's always a choice. You might not like the choice, but you always have a choice.
Yeah, but he did blackball Mira Sorvino and others.
I always want to say Mina's. The other one who's from like the American Pie movies, that always confuses me.
Yeah.
Mina Suvari? Yeah, that's her name.
Something like that. I can't pronounce most of these names.
Oh, they're both hot. But even Mira, she's hot for like what is she, 55 now, something like that?
Yeah. Oh, she was real hot in Mimic.
Ooh.
Sorvino?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was hot. She was hot. Yeah. If you guys got proof against him, if he actually raped somebody, actually sexually assaulted someone, fine. But you know what? Blackballing would meet my definition of sexual harassment because, suck my dick or you lose your job kind of thing does qualify.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not sexual assault.
Yep.
And he's not on trial for sexual harassment.
Right.
Well, I don't know enough about the other cases against him. This might just be some padding on the bill,
Yeah. Anyhow, so look, I'm not defending Harvey Weinstein. I'm just saying it's like in that case there, he grabbed her boob during a business meeting. She said no and left. That would have been the end of it if she didn't go to the police.
Well, yeah, we're not saying that he's not a creeper. He's obviously a creeper.
Obviously. Yeah.
But yeah, come on. You gotta know the line being drawn is kind of skewed. So
what if he tried to grab her boob with his dick?
That would have been impressive, and I would have paid to see it.
The other part of this is I wonder how many of these people would be lodging complaints if he looked like Captain America instead of Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
True.
Now, I'm not suggesting women change their definition of sexual harassment based on what men look like, but yeah, they do that sometimes. Anyhow, I'll get myself in trouble. I still want to know what she was wearing to that business meeting. How free were the titties, sweetie? How free were the titties?
Now, was it a police sting operation, or did she just wear it and then report it?
The second time was the sting where he was trying to get her to come back, and she's just like, "Why'd you do that?" And he's like, "I do it sometimes. I grab titties sometimes." There you go. Yeah. Anyway, he's got no power left in Hollywood, and everybody's. I want to know who the new Harvey is, because don't tell me there's not one.
The
They're just quieter about it.
All of these people who care about Harvey doing this, who's the other? Don't tell me there's not others. Don't tell me he was the only guy in Hollywood getting blown and that he kept all other women from working for them not sucking his dick.
I mean, it was a trope for years. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Don't tell me nobody else is involved in it, because they'd have to have been. There has to be somebody else out there, or you could have just went and worked for them.
Stargazer, no. Ron Howard, gross.
Oh, no, not Richie.
Well,
I can see him doing it. I just think he's gross.
Yeah, that too.
He looks like he'd do it. Yeah, and exactly, Prospero. Roman Polanski's beloved.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by stupid people.
And he is a confirmed pedo.
Yeah.
He raped a 13-year-old girl.
In the butt.
Ask Richard. What goes into 13 twice? Roman Polanski.
Da-da-da-da-da. You're going to hell for that one, but yeah.
Yeah, so there's others out there, and they're all asking, they're just going after this guy because it became the cool thing to do.
You shut your hell. No, advocates, you do not mess with Clint Howard. He is a treasure.
Can you imagine?
Clint Howard, he's always got those bit parts. He's balding.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah. Were they suggesting he's getting some? That's horrible.
No, they're saying that he's going to be like the new guy, the new Weinstein instead of Ron Howard.
He looks horrible, actually. He looks like he does that constantly.
No.
His
can you imagine?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just going to say, if can you imagine if they turned their attention to the music industry?
Oh God,
on this. Oh my God.
Never
all the.
No. And you know why they won't do that? Because most of the power in there comes from the stars who are pulling in others. The producers might get a little bit on the side too, to. But yeah, the way women are treated, like, fuck off. They're never going to do that. But as for Clint Howard, I just want to say, if you've ever seen the movie Tango and Cash, his part in Tango and Cash is how I imagine him every day.
Oh, it's so mean.
It's just, I mean, he looks like he's that guy.
For the record, I love Tango and Cash.
It's a great bad movie.
Yep.
It's a great bad movie. The disturbing history behind Trump's threats to target Iranian cultural sites. Dun, dun, dun. He didn't say he was going to blow up cultural sites. He said he was going to blow up the sites that were important to Iranian culture. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah. And they might be cultural sites. I don't know. But
like what? There's stoning centers?
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to target the tall buildings they throw the gays off of. I don't know what you're talking about here.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he wasn't talking about, targeting mosques and stuff, because I don't care. I don't see the attachment, but I'm not religious. That's why I don't. But I don't support doing that kind of thing. But could you target something cultural that's not a cultural site? Who gets to determine if it's a cultural site, first of all? Because if you saw yesterday, I mean, if he went in there and blew up those bridges those people were standing on, I feel like that would affect their culture a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The entertainment industry is full of rapists, molesters, sexual abusers, and pedos. Yeah. All of these people, well, real quick, I got to go back to this. All of these people were wringing their fucking hands and clutching their fucking pearls at Harvey Weinstein. Why aren't any of you listening to Corey?
Because they want to dismiss it and cover everything up, because that's how they do things in Hollywood.
This is a guy who's told you he was raped as a boy, and nobody gives a fuck. But this chick got her titty grabbed, so he needs.
Or look at what happened to Terry Crews when he tried to come out.
Yeah. Whenever men come out and say what happened, it makes people uncomfortable, I think, so they dismiss it immediately.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I hadn't even thought of this, because it just pisses me off so bad. We were talking about a child being raped. Terry Crews, he got grabbed, and yes, he was dismissed for it because he was a man and he's Terry. So like, why didn't you just beat the guy's ass? We're talking about a child. Corey was Feldman and Haim, both, according to him, to Corey Feldman. Haim's dead, but they were both sexually abused as children. No questions. Where's the media on this? Where's that fucking bitch who was mad about the Epstein thing? Well, why aren't you mad about what happened to him? Why aren't you out there? He's given fucking names.
Yeah.
He hasn't been vague about this shit.
Because he's a evil penis haver. They don't care about male victims. I mean, look, Bryan Singer's still getting work, and look how many accusations are stacked up against that guy.
True.
The Weinstein thing is just another way for them to get attention to their dying careers. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Is Weinstein a shitbag? Sure. But when you turn a blind eye to kids getting fucked, I really don't give a shit what you think.
Yep.
Corey's the biggest victim of Me Too, basically, because it basically invalidated all of the sacrifices he made to get his story out there. Well, they treated his story like an afterthought. The couple of publications who dared to actually even bring it up, it was like on page 900 of their magazine. Nobody's reading that shit. They all Harvey might have got his dick sucked by Scarlett Johansson. Shut up.
Gross.
Whose dick did Corey have to suck? Now, nobody gives a fuck. I'm angry now. I'm actually angry now.
You're allowed.
Well, that's something to be angry about. I mean, look at All the people that got away with diddling kids on Epstein's Island that no one's ever going to prosecute because he is powerful and had names.
Well, that was one of the greatest moments of Gervais yesterday. Jervis, however you say his name. Sorry, Ricky. When he brought that up, talking about what is it? Bird bath. What was the Sandra Bullock movie?
Bird Box.
Bird Box. It's a people close their eyes so they don't see evil, kind of like you guys with Epstein. And well, how many of you were on that plane? Because he follows up with a little joke that I'm not sure how many Gervais. There you go. Thank you, Gervais. How many people caught the line where he said, "You guys all had to fly here on your own jets, huh?" Like, oh shit. Now, yeah, I had because you all had to fly here on your own planes now that he's gone. Yeah. But nobody's out there helping the women who've named names. They all our own fucking press. They'll go after Prince Andrew because it's meaningless to us. Not one of these motherfuckers has gone, "Excuse me, Mr. Clinton, we have some questions about all the times you were on Epstein's fucking jet." I hate these people.
Well, it's bad taste to go after a previous sitting president.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of dead bodies around him, so.
They're a bunch of fucking assholes who, oh my God, we got to take care of these women in the Me Too movement. How about the kids, you fuckheads? The Roman Polanski thing is the greatest example of you fucking douchebags. They gave this man a standing ovation knowing he raped a child.
Yep.
But Harvey grabbed a titty.
Look, people in Hollywood are completely disposable. They're a commodity. They're not human beings to these people.
Our press is disgusting, man. They are absolutely fucking disgusting. I hate them. I fucking hate them, man. Yeah.
See, this is why we don't do kids on this show.
No. And you know what? Nobody else should be doing kids either.
Yep.
Hollywood.
Hollyweird.
Yep.
They yeah. It's man. They're treating they're the Weinstein stuff, it's like front page news around the world because he's going to trial for it. Nobody went to trial over Corey. You have a Hollywood that not only did they give old Roman Polanski a standing ovation, there was articles just the other day that we read. It's maybe a month back now, where they actually talked to Roman Polanski and printed him saying that Harvey Weinstein tried to ruin his career, tried to drum up old shit, and the press were making him out to be a monster. You are a monster, motherfucker. You drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl.
And he knows it too. He fled the country.
He pled to it.
Yeah.
He admitted it. But no, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the pedophiles in fucking Hollywood. Remember how many people got mad at Milo Yiannopoulos because he said he'd been to Hollywood parties and he'd seen boys having sex? That all went away when Milo did. Nobody started. Hey, excuse me. Just give us the name of one of the parties you went to. Just point out one of them. You have nothing left to lose, Milo. No, they didn't care at that point. They just taken him down. They don't care about what was actually happening. Yeah, that's only important to get to the objective of getting rid of them. Thank you, Cigar Chomping Penguin, who says Scarlett Johansson hasn't met a dick she hasn't sucked, or most of Weinstein's other accusers, for that matter. Thank you so much for the donation, and you're probably not wrong, man.
Yeah.
Oh, got a donation myself from Shotted Angel, but no message. So if you want to say something, just let me know and I'll shout it out there.
They just they have no care when it comes to kids. That's the sad part.
Because it doesn't help their careers.
Yeah, everybody's a disposable lighter in Hollywood. You're either a user or you're getting used, is how they view it. And it's a sick way to look at things.
Simius of Thebes in chat asked, didn't he flee to France? Makes sense. Yes, he went to France because the French don't see a problem with kitty fucking, so they wouldn't extradite him.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Ebony says, Hollywood has no shame. It's appalling. And you know what? Hollywood has no shame because they're not shamed. Again, how long did Weinstein get away with this behavior?
Too long.
Decades. And we had people who were telling us it was happening. Do you remember Courtney? There's a famous clip of Courtney Love calling Weinstein a rapist. And nobody said boo about it. The Rowan Farrow article that started all of the Me Too stuff, he actually he left his job because they wouldn't print it. I forget the publication he was working at, but they wouldn't print it. So he went to a different publication to ask them if they would. Because the first one's like, "Yeah, no, look, man, he might be abusing women. We're not gonna bother with it." Our press is as bad, if not worse, than fucking Hollywood because they're the ones who cover the shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you believe that Bill Cosby is a rapist, which, by the way, I have my doubts, but if you believe that shit was around for a long time. Hannibal Buress didn't do any fucking deep investigative reporting. That shit was all already out there. But it wasn't until he made a big deal about it that suddenly anybody gave a shit. Because Hannibal was on his way up and Cosby was on his way down. And Cosby was an old man at that point, and what power did he have? Yeah. It's amazing how this shit happens. Our press gets, this shit is out there and the press just lets it go. The Corey Feldman charges have been out there for what, 2-3 decades at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, at least.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing. These fucking dirty shitbags. But they care ever so much about what Rose McGowan has to say because she's standing up for the victims. Standing up for the victims. I don't know for sure, but Rose, have you ever brought up the Corey Feldman charges? Do you care?
She's too busy apologizing to Iran.
Yeah, you mean Rose Hanoi Jane McGowan? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, man.
Oh, let's call her Tehran Terra.
Docs Phil says that Cosby hit job is disgusting. He's guilty of breaking a contract to put some women onto showbiz in exchange for sex. That was his crime, and he was crucified for it. Yeah, there's a great thing that happened in the Cosby case, where he was being what was it called? A deposition, deposed.
Yeah,
deposed. And in it, they asked him if he ever got drugs to have sex with women. If he ever acquired drugs to have sex with women. And he said yes. And it's like, oh, he was drugging women. Back up there, Sparky. We're talking about the 70s. Did you guys watch Wolf of Wall Street? Everybody was doing this shit. And I do have a hard time believing that not one of these women knew they were going to be sleeping with him and didn't take drugs willingly in the hope of getting a job. This is Bill Cosby, who was at the time very powerful in Hollywood. Epstein, sure. But everybody like, he drugged their drinks because this bitch said so. I'm not saying he never drugged anybody's drinks, but that line from that deposition was used to basically crucify him. You're right. Those words are very well said. If you look at what was actually said and what was actually going on at the time, is it at all possible these women took drugs during the 70s knowingly and 80s? And 80s? You're telling me none of the actresses involved in this got high purposefully? Not one of them sucked Bill's dick hoping to get a job. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't have aspirations. Come on. He obviously was raped.
And again, look, he may have raped sometimes. I'm not going to say he didn't. He may have, well, shit, she's passed out and my dick's hard. All right, I'm still going for it. Fuck, maybe he did. But most of what they said. Go ahead.
It's not a penis monkey. It's a pudding pop.
It's pudding pop, yeah. One of my favorite memes, I saw this, my son sent me. It's a picture of him. It says, I love putting my dick where it don't belong.
Hey-o.
I was like, I laughed way too hard at that shit. Oh, man, Hollywood pisses me off. And even more so, our press pisses me off because they go over this shit and just they gloss it. They fucking look at the Epstein thing with the what was it, MSNBC, CNN? Who was that chick working for? Amy, what's her nuts? The one who had a fit because 3 years ago they had all this Weinstein stuff. I forget her name, but it was ABC, right? Yeah, ABC.
Yeah, ABC, I think.
I got you. I got it before you did. And yes, it's Amy Robach. Thank you, chat, for helping me remember this stuff. Amy Robach was mad that 3 years ago they had this information on Weinstein. Do you know when Weinstein pled guilty? It was 2008. It was 2008. This man pled guilty. But 3 years ago, our press finally got the goods on him? Are you kidding me? And then it took another 3 years after that, when he's on his way to prison, where they're finally like, oh, I guess we can talk about this now. Like sorry, did I say Weinstein? Yeah, Epstein. My bad. The stuff on Epstein.
I was gonna say I didn't recall it being 2008.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. There's too many Steens involved in this rant.
What are you saying? They're all Jewish and therefore evil?
No, I'm saying they're both creepy and just happen to have Steen in their name. Epstein was pled guilty in 2008 in a verdict or in a plea deal that should have set the press on fire. This is a guy who was accused of raping children, and he got 18 months or 16 months, some stupid shit like that, where he was allowed out of his cell for like 8 hours a day.
He's clearly got or had dirt on just about everybody in the media in Hollywood, because there's no way he got that little press coverage without some kind of person on the higher ups quashing the story.
This is why I love my chat. Thank you, Pink Hollow said you are mixing up Epstein and Weinstein. I am, and I appreciate you not only correcting me, but paying me to correct me.
That's the best kind of correction.
That is very kind of you. Very kind of you. Like, here, we're gonna take some of the sting out of this idiot being wrong.
Gunsky, the rumors of my death have been widely over exaggerated. Yes, I'm alive.
Our press knew about Epstein way, way, way back when. The rumors about him go back even further, because when they tried tying him to Trump, because our media tried tying Epstein to Trump, not Clinton, Trump. Trump kicked Epstein out of his life and his clubs back in 2005. This shit was known.
Yeah.
And they did nothing.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Don't fuck with, oh man. Covering for pedophiles, man. That's our press.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the nerve to act upset about Harvey fucking Weinstein because some chick sucked his dick for movie roles. Are you kidding? Anyhow. Yeah. So I got to move on, because otherwise I will have a rant on this, probably just repeating myself over and over for the next hour and a half.
Someone send this man some ducks.
But he was a convenient place for Prince Andrew to stay when he visited. Yeah, that was probably Prince Andrew's interview. Oh my God. He actually said that he knew charges against Epstein, and he was going to break up with the friendship and stuff, but he still stayed at his house over the weekend because it was a convenient place to stay. There's no hotels in New York, you guys. There's just none.
Well, none with saucy children for him to diddle.
Right. There's no other convenient pedo palaces around. Fucking moron. And do you remember? I don't sweat, and then they show pictures of him sweating later, and they actually tried to say, well, it could have been he had a medical condition where he didn't sweat, and now he does. I'm like, you're still covering for a pedo. Come on. Does anybody believe Andrew was not banging children on Epstein Island, or on Epstein's planes, or at Epstein's house?
Well, that's why I suspect all these people that are failing to report on this are probably have some dirt on them floating around somewhere. All these executives and people at the top. Look at all the powerful people that were at that island. You can't tell me this guy didn't have dirt on all of them. They're all covering their own ass.
I'm just wondering how much dirt he could have had where people were like, you know what? Even if I'm not going to diddle kids, I'm going to keep my mouth shut about him doing it.
Well, he must have had a good bit.
I can't think of the kind of dirt somebody would have to have on me where I would keep that secret. I mean, you know what? Take your lashes and save the kids. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
These people don't care about kids.
Yeah, they have no souls, man. They are horrible fucking people. Pincalo, I did get the article you sent me. It says 9 big questions about Qasim God damn it. Soleimani's killing answered by an expert. It's from Vox. Maybe I'll take a look at it for the show later, but I looked at the article and it looks like it's a interview rather than like a bullet point one, and that's a lot harder to read on the air. You know what? I need to go to my favorite place to look at news because the rest of the news is pissing me off.
For a second, I thought you said nudes, and I'm like, well, we all know what that is.
Yeah, the Christian Science Monitor.
That's right.
Governor Andrew Cuomo helps save passenger from vehicle that tipped over. Oh, good for you, Governor.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Governor Andrew Cuomo helps save passenger from vehicle that tipped over on BQE. Man was trapped by a seatbelt. Wait, there's actual video footage?
That's cool.
Well, Andrew, you're still a shithead most of the time, but good for you. The man was trapped by a seatbelt, and Cuomo was able to cut him free after he and his staff pulled over on the BQE on his way. That's the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. They were back on their way from a luncheon at the Association for a Better New York. Staffers took a video posted on Twitter showing Cuomo grabbing the man who appeared to walk away from the vehicle unscathed by his leg. Oh, cool. You know what? Good for you, Governor. He could have been like, call the cops. He'd be fine.
Forget about it.
Kate Beckinsale spotted out with Pete Davidson's best friend, Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay.
She could do better than that.
Yeah.
She could. But you can't. There's no look. My wife could do a lot better than me, and even before I was crippled, man. And I'm a beautiful man. But there's no accounting for love.
Yeah, she could be banging me.
That's true. And you know what? If you want, I will write her and tell her.
Yes, please do so.
I don't know what that's about. Some lawyer firm is breaking up. I'm guessing this is well known in New York. It says Celino and Barnes are finally breaking up. And on the picture, it has these two guys and says injured and then gives a phone number. I don't know.
Call them.
I don't know what that's about, and I don't much care.
So ambulance chasers.
Yeah, but again, I'm not positive. Joey King bruised after Patricia Arquette hits her with Golden Globe trophy.
Hooray!
What the fuck? Oh wow! Holy shit! Joey King showed photos of herself with a bruise on her forehead Monday morning after revealing that her The Act co-star Patricia Arquette accidentally struck her with the Golden Globe trophy.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah. I don't know this chick, but she looks like she's got forehead herpes now. Look at this shit. Look at that. Fucking whack. That had to be hard, man.
Damn.
It was quite an accident.
You will shut up when I'm talking to you, smack.
That looks like the mushroom stamp I'd leave on her head.
She must have caught her. She must have caught her laughing at one of Gervais's jokes.
Right. Look how bumpy it is, man. Ah. Well, I hope you recover because you look like a pretty young lady.
Yeah.
We hope Harvey didn't get to you first.
Yeah, if you were ugly, I'd be like, take your time to heal. Oh my God. I want to find an article about Ricky last night. I'm looking for a very specific kind of article.
Condemning him.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. This is from Slate. Conservatives really, really loved Ricky Gervais. Gervais, is that how I say it? Mm-hmm. Ricky Gervais Golden Globe monologue. Comedian Ricky Gervais hosted the 77th Golden Globes for his 5th time and possibly the last. Possibly the last. Who here thinks that he's ever going to host again?
You know what? I don't think he cares.
He doesn't. But I guarantee you they've gotten more attention for this than anything else that's happened in the Golden Globes in the last decade.
Yeah, because who cares about award shows? It's just a bunch of people giving themselves trophies.
Yeah. Self-elating.
And Jack, on Twitter, hours ago, I seen someone call it boring. So, yeah.
If you want to ensure that next year's Golden Globes has a decent Nielsen rating, bring Ricky back.
Yeah.
Bring Ricky back and promote the fuck out of it using actual clips from this year. And you will set ratings records for award shows doing that shit.
They knew what they were getting into with Ricky Gervais, and if they didn't, they're dumber than I think they are.
Not exactly though, Blood. I mean, he could have made these same jokes the last. How long has Me Too been going on? Couple of years now. He could have made the Epstein joke he could have made, but he wouldn't have because it wasn't in the press. He could have made a lot of these same jokes 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He's as dirty as Ricky can be. I mean, he at least keeps it, not so insulting. Because like he had the joke in there about Martin Scorsese being short. I think they kind of expected that kind of joke rather than you guys are all a bunch of kitty fuckers. Just throwing that back there. Let's see. Not everyone was amused by the jokes in his opening monologue. Tom Hanks, for one, was unimpressed. But wait, there's a link. Is there a link to an actual story about Tom Hanks being mad about it? Tom Hanks did not seem to be enjoying Ricky's. Oh, they didn't actually talk to him. They just show a picture of his face the one time.
Hell, I saw like 4 different pictures and they're all classic.
Yeah. He had some. I hope he's not dirty. I like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I don't want to hate him. I really don't.
I hate him.
Bachelor Party was fun.
No,
just hate him because he didn't have a thigh gap on Bosom Buddies.
No, he's not Asian either. But no, I have never liked Tom Hanks. I always thought he was a mediocre actor. There are movies I do like of his, but his only good movie was Mazes and Monsters.
Really?
Buddies,
that is a bold claim.
He's replaced in everything else.
See, I think you can say that about most actors most of the time.
Yeah,
I hear that complaint about actors, but and you can say, yeah, he's easily replaced, but I mean, he did a good job. I mean, Saving Private Ryan is a good movie.
Yeah,
it's a good movie, but you could put somebody else in that role and it would have been fine.
The other thing I like about Tom Hanks is he's one of the few who's transitioned so well from just silly comedy, go back to something like Bachelor Party, And then you put him in something like Philadelphia, which, by the way, very overrated movie.
It is.
But he still did he acted very well in it. Castaway carried an entire movie by himself. That's true as well. Yeah. But the argument, that easily replaced, I don't know how many movies that's not true. So I can't disagree with you. But the reason I like Tom Hanks is the stories I hear about him outside of movies. He seems like a genuinely just not necessarily down to earth, but don't give a fuck kind of guy. And that's more meaningful to me. I've never heard a bad thing about the guy, but then again, I'd never heard a bad thing about Harvey until a couple of years ago. So I don't know.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm such a big fan of Bill Murray, because he just that guy's.
Well, I ain't right. That. He's the reason why we never got the reunion we wanted for Ghostbusters. He was the holdout.
Bill, well, that's not surprising, but
Gary Sinise is a good actor.
I love Gary Sinise,
but I love him for stuff that the stuff he's done outside.
Yeah, his Foundation makes me weep in the actual happiness for humanity.
And I like Jon Stewart. I've always liked Jon Stewart, even though I disagree with him politically. When he was up there in front of the Senate talking about the 9/11 fund, I gained so much respect for that man because he cared and he did not give a fuck who he was talking to.
Yeah. Gary Sinise is one of the very few celebrities I even follow on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, Woods. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I miss Woods. Yeah. Twitter. Get James Woods back on Twitter.
Yeah. I would vote for him for president in a heartbeat.
Oh, he's fucking amazing. Anyway, let's see. Gervais, but regardless of one's enjoyment of Gervais's shtick, his monologue was comforting, on brand, a mixture of lightweight jabs and body blows, topped off with a forceful suggestion that celebrities should keep their noses out of politics. No. Time out, bitch. That is not what he was suggesting. He was suggesting they had no business talking about it because they're all shitbags.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he was saying, get up here, don't give political speeches, but why he said they shouldn't give political speeches is important. And I would show you guys, but apparently NBC's a little touchy about that. Cryptic, thank you so much. He says, Lieutenant Dan. I loved him as Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
His the range that he goes through in that movie is fucking amazing. The scene on the boat where the storm is coming in is fucking glorious. And I'm not a big Forrest Gump fan. I won't watch it unless it's somebody else has put it on. I've never gone out of my way to see it. Well, not since the first time. It's a little bit long. But anyway, what Gervais was saying there is, you guys are dirty as fuck. You guys, he actually said, if ISIS started a television channel, they would go to their agents to get on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy shit. Torcular, thank you so much. Can't share the buzz, but I can share the wealth. By the way, boomer, suck it.
I'm a boomer.
Yeah. I'm a boomer. That's what he's saying.
Well, thank you, fellow boomer.
I'm not a boomer, but I don't hate boomers the way that I love watching the fight between boomers and millennials.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Because we Gen Xers, we're just sitting in the back going, this is why we don't care.
Yeah, but it's true to life. When I first started at my new job, in case y'all don't know, I work at a smoke shop. We sell everything: tobacco products, glassware, which is what we have to officially call the bongs and pipes.
Yeah.
All the vape stuff, CBD stuff, everything, and lottery tickets. And another girl that works there is 18, and during my training period, it was just me and her one night, and they always have a radio station, a classic rock station, playing in the background in the store, and it was a Queen song, and I said, boy, I always wished I could sing like Freddie Mercury. And the girl says, who's Freddie Mercury?
Get out my shop. Get out.
And I went, okay, we have nothing more to talk about.
such a shame.
Who is Freddie Mercury? Dear God. Well, that's actually something that in my life I've had to come to terms with. When I was growing up, there were some, stars who would die, who had been stars back in like the 40s and stuff. But they weren't the same kind of stars that we started having, 60s, 70s, 80s, and the people that I grew up with. And then they started dying. I'm like, no, they can't be that old.
Yep.
And then after that, once you die, people forget you.
Yep.
Even if you have a huge body of work, people just forget you. It's like, wow, that's weird to watch happen. That is weird to watch happen.
And if I could, I want to address, was it Faithless? Because I'm lagging so bad I can hardly scroll chat. Asked if the 18-year-old could still work there. And this shows how stupid this law is. Yes, she can still work there, but we do allow smoking in the building, but she's not allowed to smoke there. She can't vape and she cannot buy our products, but she can sell them to you.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Freddie Mercury was more of a queen than Beyonce will ever be. But yes, Beyonce was more of a man than Freddie would ever be.
True.
That's just,
see, that was the thing. Back in the 70s, we all knew Freddie was a fag. Come on. We all knew it. That was the first concert I ever went to on my own, was a Queen concert. We all knew it, but nobody cared. Nobody talked about it.
It's like with Elton John, there were so many people. Oh, I forgot to hit enter on that. Torculus, seriously, thank you so much for that. That was so very generous.
Yeah, good dude.
Oh,
Elton John, Elton John has come out and announced he's gay. Like, to who?
We didn't know.
Did we finally
know him?
Finally tell his parents or something? Cryptic, thank you. Freddie was a cigarette? Yes, he was. Sometimes a bundle of sticks.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to use that word on air, am I?
I don't care.
It was contextual.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's not like you didn't say it as an insult.
Mm-mm.
It's true. He was a gay man. And anyway.
Like Liberace before him, people were shocked.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Lord.
Well, the other one in my generation, people, George Michael's gay? Like, really?
You ever saw the video for Wake Me Up Before You Go? Come on.
People were shocked, man. Shocked. Like, how could he be gay? Like, how?
That's like his coming out song. I mean, you listen to all that stuff. He's definitely singing to some dude named Tony.
Yeah, I mean, oh God.
And yes,
nobody cared.
Yes, Keever Dam. He was actually more. Well, he was bi for a while, but I think at the end he was strictly gay. But yeah, he had a girlfriend. Freddie did.
And then you get to like just recently, I think it was last year, Lil Nas came out. The guy who sings the song, Old Country Road or
wait,
Old Town Road. Old Town Road.
Old Town Road. Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm hoping people forget that damn song.
I love that song. You behave. Anyway, he comes out. I'm gay, and everybody like, so go make some art, man. Go make a song that people want to hear. Nobody cares if you're gay.
Yeah.
Literally nobody cares. Okay, I take that back. There's 40 people in a small church somewhere in the middle of nowhere. They care deeply.
That are all related.
Yeah, and there's a couple of people on the Twitter machine who follow a big-headed child who care. But almost nobody else cares. Nobody gives a shit. Go be gay. All the best to you.
Go ride all the horses you want.
I still love that song.
I really don't.
And I love what Billy Ray Cyrus did with that song, because country radio, like this isn't a country song, even though it's a country sounding song, and it was going up the country charts. So they took it off the country charts. And Billy Ray Cyrus is like, oh, hell no. It's a good song, and went and sung it with him so it could get back up on the charts. That's a cool thing to do. Good job, Mullet Man.
The only thing he did wrong was making Miley.
I actually respect Billy Ray Cyrus after seeing a lot of the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Does a lot of charity work and does stuff like that where he helps other people out.
Thank you, Pincalo, who says if you wore a cape and weren't a superhero equals gay. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Or, dressing up as a superhero for Halloween. I don't know how anybody didn't know Elton John was gay.
They all knew. Don't listen to that crap.
Look,
No, I'm talking about people at home.
People at home should have known.
I was a teenager in the 70s, and I promise you, we all knew. We all knew.
I mean, have you listened to Crocodile Rock lately? Come on.
Oh, I love that song. I love Elton John.
Me
I'm
too.
a huge fan.
I have 2 of his songs on like my cruising playlist, like when you're in a long drive.
Cryptic says, can we abort Miley? No. And thank you for the donation.
Can we abort Miley's ass?
Miley, I think somebody did. It's not there. She doesn't have one. We can get the Ass Crack team on that if anybody disagrees.
Can we get her a bath at least?
She needs one in like rubbing alcohol. Ass Crack team, I need a Miley ass picture so we can decide whether or not Miley Cyrus has an ass.
I want a comparison between her and Brie Larson. So if you guys can make that happen, I'd be grateful.
There you go. There you go. But Miley, she sung. There's 2 of her songs that I love, and one of them she actually sings with Billy Ray. It's Ready, Set, Don't Go.
Yeah.
And just saying the title of that song gets me a little misty. The first time I listened to that song in any month, if I haven't listened to it in a little while, I fucking cry like a baby because I can't help but think of my own daughter. For those of you who don't know the song, it's all about a daughter who's growing up and finally going out on her own, and her dad is just like devastated by it. And the first time I ever heard that, boogers running down my face, just tears everywhere. And I called my daughter because my daughter was getting ready to go off to college, or she had just left for college actually. And I was devastated. I related with that song so much. And I'm trying to get myself, what's the word? Used to it. There's a word for that. Desensitized. But every time I hear it, man, every time I hear it. But then I also love her song, The Climb. It's catchy, but I also love the whole message of it. Like it's not about getting where you're going. It's about getting up there. It's about that journey up to the top. And I'm still on that journey, you guys. Deep pussyfied. Look, furry kitten. When it comes to my daughter and any emotion to her, I don't mind telling y'all that I will cry if it makes me sad.
Oh, I've cried. Sure. Absolutely.
I didn't cry when she went to college because we went down there and dropped her off and stuff. And Lady Monkey was, devastated on the way back. I'm like, she'll be fine. And I heard that goddamn song.
I will freely admit I bawled my eyes out when my oldest daughter, Mama Minnie, joined the Marine Corps.
Oh God, yeah, I can't imagine. Can't imagine. Yeah.
Who was it? Grant Lionheart, I think, or somebody, because I can't scroll chat again. Said that they liked Miley if she's doing country stuff, and then shrugged. And that's all good. You do you, man. I'm a huge Neil Young fan. Can't stand his politics, and he's annoying with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like his music.
Cougar Knife says, getting a call back about a job is better than Christmas morning. Time to celebrate, bitches. Congratulations. I hope it all goes great, man.
Very cool.
Very cool. Listen, Monkey, go listen to Dance with Cinderella and read why he wrote it. I wish I had a pen to write that down. Dance with Cinderella. There's another one somebody told me to listen to, and I finally did. Is a country song about something. Excuse me. It was about a guy's brother. Because I'm very sensitive when it comes to like my brothers too, because my older brother died when I was young. And when I was 14, old enough to still remember it and have that sting. And I forget that one. And that one, it didn't make me cry. It made me messed up a little bit. I'm a man. I will tell you when I cry. It's not like I cried because they canceled Friends on Netflix.
Oh, geez.
No.
My eyes get teary when I hear the national anthem. No lie. And I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Dancing with Cinderella is a tearjerker. All right. I'm going to put it I'm going to go search it right now and just put it off to the side and watch it later.
By the way, Monkey, as a little aside, the Bob and Tom show, don't know if you're familiar with them or not.
I love Bob and Tom. I just don't get to listen to them anymore.
They done a rendition of that Old Town Road song and turned it into a Christmas song, and it's got kids singing in the chorus and stuff. It's very good, actually. I'm sure it's on the internet somewhere. If you want to look that up, listen.
Okay. Is the song just called Cinderella? There's Stephen Curtis Chapman, Cinderella. And then later on, there's a father-daughter dance to Cinderella by Stephen Curtis Chapman. I'm going to guess this is the right song. And we're going to just pause that here. All right, there we go. I'll watch that after the show. Butterfly Kisses. That will fuck me up too. Alyssa doesn't lie. Says Monkey Butterfly Kisses is just as sad. Another father-daughter song they played at my Sweet 15. Butterfly Kisses. I am great until that final verse. That final verse where he talks about giving his daughter away. And oh my God.
Well, there are two songs that will do it to me every time. One is Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah, Lauren can't stand it because she always wants to cry.
Yeah,
that one doesn't bother me as much.
It just because too much of it is true for my own.
Sure,
for me to feel comfortable. And the other one is Simple Man by
the song.
Because I can just hear my mom saying those things. It's exactly the way my mom would talk.
When my dad died, and this song used to get me before he died, just thinking about, when it's coming and how I'm going to deal with it. That's My Job. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's My Job by Conway Twitty. Fellas out there, listen to that. Ladies, I suppose you can too, but that's a dad son song. Oh, gets me. There was another one as you were talking. I was trying to remember. There's a lot of songs that can get my tears going, and that's okay. That's what they should do. They should provoke emotion if they're any good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would you watch something just to cry? Asked Richard Art. Well, when my dad, I did that on purpose. When Dad died, I became the patriarch of the family. Can you guys imagine that shit? Me, I'm Don Corleone now, guys. You're better off with Fredo, I think. I'm just throwing that out there. You might want to have a vote. But I was doing my best to hold it all together. There were a couple of times where I'd cried a little bit, but I'm being stoic because that's my job.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the oldest boy. I'm the oldest on both sides of my family, even of the grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
And when my mother died, I held it together very well until J-Kid, my son, come up and grabbed me and held on for dear life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I lost it.
Well, after the funeral was arranged and everything, I sat down at my computer one night when everybody was asleep, and I put that song on. And I just cried for like 3 hours. I just kept repeating it. Just kept repeating. There's also one by Sawyer Brown. I forget their song. That I also threw in the mix there. I don't remember the song. But yeah, I just did that to get it out of my system. And now it didn't make it when I was done. It's not like I didn't need to cry anymore. But it was just cathartic. It was something I had to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, seriously, it was like 3 hours, man. I was a mess. I went and looked at myself in the mirror. Even though I don't wear makeup, it looked like I had been. I just looked bad.
Confirmed closet goth.
I look like a hooker in one of those 70s movies that got her ass beat. It was bad.
Tammy Faye Baker kind of look.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Tammy Faye Baker.
It was horrible. Gosh. But see, I also have lots of songs that I listen to just to like get pumped up and stuff. The other day, I found out that Little Butts, one of her new favorite songs is Mambo No. 5, which I love and I hadn't heard in a long time. So I put it on and started jamming to it, and that made me think of Play That Funky Music, White Boy, which is another one that just gets me pumping.
Yep.
And then Staying Alive. And I just played those three on a loop for a while because they just make me feel good. Now, Staying Alive shouldn't make you feel good if you've seen the movie, but the just the sound of it, it's fun. But a song that gets me is Love to Love. I'm not familiar with that. Lou Bega just makes me think of Drunkle. It actually made me think of Badger because he's German, and Lou Bega is a German born artist who does not sound German when he sings. You'd expect him to sound like Hitler and stuff, but no.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
Exactly. Yeah, so it made me think of Badger, and then I thought of Badger because of football, and I haven't seen him around. Damn it.
All right, I got to ask, based on football, by the way, did the Vikings win? Because I really don't want to know.
Yes.
Damn it.
I was not happy about that either because they beat
the Saints. I no longer
Saints.
Care about them. I want them to die.
It was an overtime game, and the Saints just couldn't pull it together.
I don't know. I didn't care that much about me, but in case y'all didn't know, the Patriots lost.
Yes, they did.
Okay, that makes me a little happier.
I told everybody they weren't that good in week 2. In week 2, I said it. And everybody's like, you're wrong, monkey. No, They did not look good against the Dolphins. Yes, they won something like 43-10, but they did not look good doing it. And when they lost that last game and ended up losing, the week off, it's like, oh, this is not going to go well. And they just looked bad in that wild card game. They looked bad. Couldn't move the ball very well. Couldn't score worth a fuck. Yeah, it was funny. Oh, we got some Miley pictures over on the hashtag.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to dip out. I gotta go take care of something.
All right, dude. Thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah, it's good talking to you. Thanks for the donations, guys.
Always
later,
a pleasure.
Jack.
Take it easy, bud.
Later.
Talk to you later, bud.
Yeah, we're not going to be going much longer either. Wow. Becca.
Yep.
Becca has been on it, but and Atomic Radio sent us some Miley pictures as well. So, wow. Oh, we got a direct Brie Larson. Oh,
Comparison.
Shio. Shio's the one that gave us the direct comparison. So, here we go, guys. All right. We need a 1 or a 2. This is 1. This is 2. Now, let me tell you what you're voting on. Which one actually has the better ass? Now, granted, you can't see her buns here, but you can see it. She got a tiny little curve.
Yeah.
I mean, when that grows up, it could be a butt. So, Miley, I mean, again, this is a little bit of a different angle, but her legs are straight. Her back's not ridiculously curved. So this looks like, this would be her butt. There's a cheek missing over here. There's a little bit of a.
Looks like Miley might have just a little more, just barely.
Yeah. So there you go. There's 1. There's 2. Getting a bunch of zeros. You guys don't listen to instructions. Yeah, it looks like the 2s have it. Sorry, Bree, you have no butt. Let me stop sharing before I turn that off because I don't know what's on the screen. Now Becca sent in a whole bunch of Miley ass, and we're gonna take. Lots of people did, but there's one shot. Yeah, even bent over, that girl has no ass.
No.
Poor chick. Now, no, that's fake.
Yeah.
That is fake as fuck, Miley. How dare you? Then there you see it. Yeah, see, she's got no butt, man.
If you're gonna pad your butt, at least make it believable.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pictures of your butt out there, Miley. Yeah,
there's no butt on that chick. All right. Wow, that's some serious camel toe. This is another Atomic Radio, I think, sent this one in. I think I got the name right. So you see the butt there. Very, very little. But look at that. Dear God.
She's so gross.
Your clothes don't have to be that tight. Your washing machine is going to stink.
Wait a minute. Was that like a hanger between her legs?
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
Was she prepping for the future or something?
I'm not sure. Oh, that's horrible.
I feel a little bad for that one.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I feel like that's a good place to end it, actually, because we are at the 2-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. And Shit, we stopped a little too late because I was going to try to get some gaming in, which fuck, I don't know if I might be able to get an hour in. We'll see what happens, guys. Makes sense because she doesn't want kids. Yeah. Am I going on the AAA? Not today. They should be starting too. So it's definitely a good time to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out today. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are so very generous, and I cannot thank you enough for all you do for me. If Jack was here, he would link you to his latest video, but all of his channel links are down below. Make sure you check those out. Dax, anything you want to pimp?
If Chaos is still in there somewhere, Eve, link your stuff because I didn't remember to prep that. Sorry.
There you go. Blood, anything you want to pimp out?
Hopefully, with the new laptop, if I get it going, I can stream tomorrow. And not this week, but next week, hopefully the next episode of Redneck Trek. So
damn right it is.
There you go. Tonight we're going to be over on Satsu 2 Senses channel here at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Eastern time. What's that? 3.5 hours away. So come check that out. And then after that, we'll be over on 2 Cents Plus, hopefully finishing Desolate. Because if not, our next stream is only going to be like 15 minutes long. Because we're real close to the end, guys. So make sure you come check that out. It's always a lot of fun. Sinatra and Random American have been joining us for that series. It's been great. I may or may not jump into Red Dead for a little bit before dinner time. Lady Monkey gets off at 7:15 tonight, so we'll be eating right after that. So I can't do a really long one. But if you want more like commentary kind of stuff, go check out the AAA meeting. This is Monday, so it should be on Drunken Uncle's channel. This is Monday, right? Yeah. Drunken Uncle's channel going on right now. Go check it out, guys. Thanks for coming. Everybody, have a wonderful day. Thank you, Jack, Dax, and Bloodwing for joining me. Love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Before I leave, I do have to say, it was really nice talking to you two because I haven't talked to either of you in a while. And getting both of you at once, it's like a blowjob and your ball tickle.
I'm not sure which part of that scenario I want to be involved in, but yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next time.